reason. Because we continue to keep pushing material and keep making content. Now, I will tell you another thing. Joe's been here since day one, and we're welcome to have anybody on the show at any time, any guest at any time. Comment on subjects, debate us if you feel like it. But right now, Joe, we just like to say visit riverstreetmarketing.com. That's riverstmarketing.com. Go there, check it out. It's not going to hurt to take a look. I will also say that go to the Facebook page, facebook.com/riverstreetmarketing, and check out our YouTube page, River Street Marketing. Check out Joe's personal page, YouTuber Joe Perry. I'm Preston Olson. With me as always, Joe Perry. Joe, we have a great show tonight.
We really, really do. I'm excited because episode 11? Check us out right now.
We're on episode 11. Feels good. Feels good. Feels great.
Just so anybody listening knows, this was actually supposed to be, and I'll reveal this now and probably have to reveal it again later.
Probably.
But this podcast was supposed to be just Preston.
Right.
Just you. It was supposed to be just you.
In the beginning. And you were going to edit it. You have great equipment for what you have, and we were just going to run it like that, and decided, you know what, I don't want to hear just myself talk. I want Joe. If Joe wants to be here, I want Joe here.
Oh.
And that's how I look at it if someone else wants to get on. But if you're not saying anything, how am I supposed to know? So, Joe, the first segment tonight is something you brought to my attention. Very interesting. Didn't see it coming. We know Tesla is right now outselling all the other cars, all the other automakers, all the other car industries. But I didn't know what you brought up to me.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. So, as always, we're kicking it off in the blend with Ford Mustang named best-selling sports car on Earth. So we're not just talking North America. We're not just talking Europe. On Earth, you know,
wow.
They're pushing out more sports cars than anybody else. I know myself, I like the Mustang, despite as all you know, there's a lot of haters for the Mustang.
There's a lot of haters for the Mustang.
There's a lot of haters for a Mustang, a lot of hate groups that hate the Mustang, whatever. I think they're a nice car. They're a part of American muscle's history.
Yes.
Since day one. Since day one. So
Since day one. No doubt.
But the Ford Mustang, if you go on the website Ford.com or Ford.ca, you know, they have a program called Build and Price. You build your own car, you price it, but the starting value for the 2017 Ford Mustang is right around $30,000.
Okay.
That's pretty good for like a sports car, though.
That's good for a sports car.
That's the lower model. Now we're talking. That's one of the lowest models,
this is
right?
One of the lowest models. Yep, that's what I was going to say. And then the other thing is, the Mustang is an American classic.
Yeah.
No wonder. No wonder. And on top of that, do you have a favorite Mustang, Joe?
My favorite. Now this is going way back before my time.
Oh, okay.
But it's a car that I've seen on the internet. It's the 1970 Ford Mustang Mach 1. So it's the 70 Mach 1. Ooh, that is a beast, Preston. If I were to roll up,
car.
Yeah, right. And how about yourself?
I like the newer Mustangs.
You like the newer Mustangs?
And if I had to pick a year, if I may, I will say that the 2015 Mustang.
2015? Yeah.
It's a 2015 Mustang. You can get it in a coupe or a convertible. You know me, I'm taking the convertible because I'm in.
Yeah, you like your top back.
Well, yeah, we got 4 different seasons, so 4 different chances for me to open up that convertible. 4 different times a year.
You know what I will say? I really like right around those years they came out with. I think maybe a little before that, before 2015. But the signal for the brake light, it does like a, you know, it shows the 3 bars when you're turning left and you have the left signal on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah, the rear brake light. That's cool. I love that.
I think that's a great thing. But you know, with Ford, they reinvent themselves constantly. They're always pushing a new line of cars. And trying to do something different, and now things that are going to a lot of people think everything's just going to go to electric, and that's why Tesla is starting to outsell these other automakers.
It does make sense, but we just wanted to show love, right?
We got to show love to the Mustang itself, purely. Joe, thank you for bringing that up. Appreciate it. Now, this next piece we're going to get into here is another thing Joe brought up to me that I thought was very interesting. Comes from Canada, and it is Taco Bell serving alcohol in Toronto, Canada. Okay, they're bringing the alcohol. They're bringing it.
You mean I can have my Doritos Locos Tacos, my Fry Supreme, and then my Coors Banquet?
Joe, I'm telling you, yes, you can.
So you're telling me I can go in there and get 2 beef and cheese burritos, and a large fry, and a glass of wine, and just sit down?
Absolutely.
That is awesome. So it's coming to Queen Street in Toronto this summer, and that's the Taco Bell to start serving alcohol, beer, wine, sangria, and their guest press, and they're trying to reinvent themselves. They said that they're even going to, if that's a success, which we know it will be, we think, right? You think so?
It's absolutely going to be a success, and here's why. They already do this in Chicago, some other big cities. I even think to go on record and say that it's working very well there. It's increased business there. Now you're bringing a whole different type of environment there. I still think that it's family friendly, and they want to be known as a restaurant. They don't want to be known as fast food.
That's what my next point was going to be, that they want to kind of totally reinvent themselves, and even the layout of the restaurant.
Bingo.
More of a restaurant, not a fast food joint.
It's persona. It's a big thing to Taco Bell. Taco Bell's marketing, everything that Taco Bell stands for. And the Yum brands as a whole, which is a great brand, and they do great things to give back. But I'll tell you what, Joe, we just wanted to shine some light on that. Is there an exact date when it's coming?
That I don't know. I just said they look out for it in the summer.
I think it would have stuck out. It probably would have stuck out if there was. Other than that, good for Canada, because it's going on in Chicago, of all places, and it's working great. I know the next part of the show we're going to jump into here is Bill Nye, the Science Guy, on Netflix. This is a show for adults. This already has now hear me out. Already have 500 million hours of watch time on Netflix.
What?
Yes.
His show does?
Yes.
This new show, just a new show.
Yes.
Whoa.
Now I want people to know how big a deal this is, because there's so many people out there that want to know science, that are interested in what's going on with climate change, with culture, things like that. I'll tell you right now, the critics have come after it already, and that was to be expected. I'm gonna just read a little bit here. If you're skeptical about human-caused climate change or the safety of vaccines, would being berated in front of a live studio audience by a bombastic old man make you change your mind? Then congratulations, Bill Nye's new Netflix show, Bill Nye Saves the World, is literally just for you. And then they go off and say, wait, where'd you go? Where'd you go, bud?
You know what? They took a big break, and it's definitely not the kids' informational, educational show that it was.
No.
It's kind of like, it's actually like a talk show now.
Right.
There's celebrity guests on it. They reinvented the his big thing was the intro song. Am I right?
Absolutely.
The Bill, and
great.
Now it's new, and it's kind of a junk file intro song, to be honest.
The intro song terrible. Parts of the show, when I watched an episode of it, I didn't like. Then there was parts of it that I said, that's probably true.
Yeah.
I believe this. Yep, this is real. But I think you get that with every show. You get good and bad. Right?
But you know what? I think
get
Bill
good
Nye
and bad with
spits
every
truth.
I think I don't think he's out to make any more money than he already has. Maybe he is. I don't know, but I think he's doing a good thing.
Yep.
Joe, we got some sad news, and we're gonna get on this, and we're gonna get off this topic quick. That's how I feel about this right here, because Dale Earnhardt Jr., one of the kings of NASCAR, is set to retire at the end of this 2017 season. Very sad. Sad news.
Yeah.
Now, Dale Earnhardt Jr. here, he's 42. So, I mean, he's in the prime of his life, for all he's concerned, and he's ready to just live his life and have fun, and he's gonna still be around NASCAR, obviously. But Joe, this is very sad for the NASCAR world because he's given back so much, and he's a class act,
Yeah, people love Dale.
One of the most popular, yep, one of the most popular racers, maybe the most popular racer of all time.
Right. You know what? It seems like ever since I was born, I've known the name Dale Earnhardt Jr. And it makes sense. He has 19 years of racing, and I'm pretty sure that's pro racing.
Yeah.
So, and that's 603 NASCAR races, 26 wins, and that's equivalent, Preston, in those 603 races, that's equivalent to 171,000 laps.
Wow.
It's actually 171,800 and some blah, blah, blah. But that's how many laps he spent on the track. It only makes sense. He wants to give his ears a break from the damn engine, man.
Woo! He's ready to give his ears a break from the damn engine. Pardon me for a second. He's ready to get off, and he has his own actual, basically town where he rents out places to people, houses where people can live and stuff like that. So he's looking to enjoy that and enjoy the free time and be around NASCAR when he wants to be. And I think that's only right.
Yeah. Sad for the race lovers, but just keep watching this season.
Enjoy it. Enjoy it while it's here. You're going to have to enjoy it while it's here. And I'll tell you another thing. And Joe, this is a big deal. He's my favorite racer ever. So when this news broke, all I could do was think, man, now you feel that a little bit in the back of your head, like getting a little old. Getting a little bit old. Joe, we're moving on. Folks, we have a new segment. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. We have a new segment.
It's a new segment to the show. We said we weren't going to do it, Preston, but we did it.
We did it.
Now this one's, I like this one. I think it's fun. I think it's already a keeper, even though we're about to use it. It's called What's the Difference?
What's
Preston,
the difference? And,
on this episode, what's the difference?
What's the difference? Every episode now, we're going to have this on the podcast, and it's going to be great. Folks, we have a new segment for you. A brand new segment for you. And this is something we're glad that me and Joe both bring to you today. We are going to open this up with What's the Difference? And on every podcast, we are going to have this segment. And it's called What's the Difference? This podcast, what's the difference between Scotch and bourbon?
Now I love this for the first we'll say episode of What's the Difference.
First episode of What's the Difference?
Bourbon versus Scotch. Well, Preston, we know they're both whiskeys.
They're both whiskey. They are. They both are.
We know Scotch is, if you're drinking a Scotch, it's from Scotland.
Yes.
We know bourbon pairs nice with, food and stuff like that. A man once said, there are no bad bourbons, there are just better ones.
That's really interesting you say that, because what I'm picking up is that in the USA, generally only Kentucky, the state of Kentucky, makes bourbon.
Oh, really?
That's correct. Scotch is made mostly from malted barley, while bourbon is distilled from corn.
Yeah, mostly 50% corn, right?
Yep, 50% corn. And I'll say we'll get into the headline here. That what's the real difference? If we get down to it, because they both are whiskeys, they're
Right.
both good. What I'll say is that we can always go and refer to the American rye whiskey, which must be distilled from at least 51% rye, or Canadian whiskey, which may or may not actually include any rye in its production process. Confusing, right? I'll tell you another thing. There are a ton of other smaller differences depending on location and recipe.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to Tennessee whiskey, it's filtered through sugar maple charcoal. It's
That already sounds good.
It's known as the Lincoln County process, and that's what distinguishes it
from other whiskeys.
Yes, from your average bourbon, like Jim Beam. The name Bourbon comes from an area known as Old Bourbon, around what is now Bourbon County, Kentucky.
Interesting.
So there are distinct differences there. You mentioned the sommelier.
Yes.
Correct. And someone with a high pedigree in their sommelier studies would know the differences here and know and be able to trace that where it came from back to where it was.
Yeah, which is crazy, right?
Yep. And that's really interesting. It's almost a strange or weird thing on the web.
Yeah, we can bring it to a next one. Something about it. We'll look into it more.
But Joe, it's Face Off and it's 90s movies night. It's 90s movies night.
90s movies tonight.
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute. You got your snacks?
You got your snacks? I got my popcorn when I went to the bathroom.
You got your one hitter?
Yeah, I got that. Now, Joe, 90s movies night for the Face Off. We're going to have a little bit of fun. It's Tuesday. People are going to work tomorrow. I'm pissed off. I got to go to work.
Right.
Yeah, I'm making money, but I like sleeping in. I like waking up and eating cheesecake, making some coffee, putting some biscuits and gravy all over my plate. Whatever lands on my plate.
Morning?
And, but this week's Face Off, Joe, for 90s movies night, this Tuesday, April 25th, 2017, Office Space versus The Big Lebowski.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
One, that Office Space came out in 1999. The Big Lebowski came out in 1998. So there's not a big difference in years. There could be a mini number of movies we picked for 90s night. This is what we chose. This is what we picked. This makes a lot of sense.
Now, I really liked Office Space.
Yes.
I liked it a little more than Big Lebowski. The Big Lebowski was interesting.
It was very interesting.
A little more of a adventure kind of thing. Yeah.
Acquired taste. If you like adventures and exploring, and the movie where you could sit back for, an hour and a half, maybe more.
Right.
You got to pause it, and so you got to be able to spend time to watch it. I like Office Space. I think the scenes are funnier.
Yeah.
I know the actors in The Big Lebowski better, but I feel like Office Space pulled it off. Directed by Mike Judge, my favorite writer. But absolutely, a great comedy.
Absolutely.
And for me, it's gonna be my pick for this week's Face Off.
I think we're gonna agree. Office Space.
Well, that's gonna be the first time, maybe the last time.
I'm hoping the last time, because folks, we know you like for me and Preston to kind of have that. Would animosity be the right word for this?
Animosity, yeah. We usually come pretty fiery.
Yeah.
Ready to chop it up at the face-off table. This week, 90s movies night. You got to go to work in the morning.
Yeah.
No. Right now, Office Space is funnier. You should watch that movie tonight.
Yeah.
Joe, we're moving into the best app feature of the week.
Yes, we are.
This week, Joe, you picked it. You nailed it. You grabbed it from the sky and threw it down. Then you wrestled it. Then it got up and you kicked it back down. Joe, go ahead and introduce the best app feature of the week.
First, let me change my name to Steve Irwin because I really grabbed this thing by the neck like a gator. Today, today's episode, best app feature of the week, we're going with the AirDroid app. And that's the AirDroid app. It's great for transferring files from your Android phone to your Mac, your MacBook, another phone. I can transfer to your phone, Preston. I can, let's say, take a picture of you and let's say or some sort of file or a video, and it's too big to kind of send it by email, which we seem to run into a lot. You don't feel like Dropboxing it. You can't text it. You can't send it over Facebook Messenger.
It's all bad.
You download AirDroid, and now I'm just transferring it just to you from this app, and then you can download it to your phone from the transfer. Super easy to use. It's free, and usually for the best app feature of the week, we want to make sure that it's a free app so people can go ahead and download it even while they're watching the show, listen to the show.
Yep. We want you to be able to listen to it.
That's that.
Joe, that was great. You nailed it. I just can't believe it. That's awesome. I'm just going to be able to transfer it like that simple. I need to be able to do that, especially with big files.
No, exactly. 'Cause like I said, you don't always want to Dropbox something.
No.
Sometimes it takes a little bit.
Yes, it actually can, especially with movies. If you're making movies, creating videos.
Yeah.
When you're uploading things and downloading them to Dropbox.
Yeah.
Trying to add them into it, it's really hard. Joe,
right.
Thank you for the best app feature of the week.
Absolutely.
Stranger weird things on the web. This is a doozy. This is a knockout. This is an ultimate fighter, middle of the ring victory.
This is a Mark McGuire home run.
This is Mark McGuire versus Sammy Sosa.
This is PlayStation 3 versus Xbox 360.
This is when those videos came out. All right, now let me take you for story time. So when these people came out with these YouTube videos, all right, YouTube free, here's my video, and what they did was bust the hell out of the Xbox or the PlayStation, and then they would say, you know, oh yeah, it was not as strong as this one, or it's not as good as this one, and, you know, and that's what this is. That's what this Stranger Weird Things on the Web is. This week, folks, we want you to know the Stranger Weird Things on the Web, I believe, is pretty accurate. And it is anomaly hunters spot tree stump on Mars. Joe, this is weird.
This is just... So you're telling me that... well, by the way, they got footage with something that's called a Curiosity Rover, correct?
Bingo.
Is that right?
That is correct. Accurate.
Which is basically like a little robot thing on wheels kind of thing, right? And it takes video and pictures.
Yeah, it does. Yep.
So basically it captured what looks like a tree stump about 3 feet tall. It's casting a shadow, and it just kind of makes all these scientists think it's not like, oh crap, there's a tree there, let's make a fuss about it. It's what's going on there. We need to figure out how their soil's working. Does this show life and life before? Like, do you know what I mean? Did Mars maybe go through some sort of...
There's no sign of a forest being there. So what I'm getting from it is that they've seen it on the YouTube channel Paranormal Crucible. YouTube channel Paranormal Crucible.
Yeah.
And it was a photo taken from the Mars Curiosity rover. This was very, very strange to me because now the skeptics are going to go all over it. And now what we have now is that it actually had a shadow.
Yeah, that's what... Yeah. So you know it's there.
So that's the hard part, especially when you start to mess with Photoshop or any type of high-tech digital resolution editing. You're going to look at that shadow.
Right.
And that's just maybe it was a cactus. What is to know? Correct?
That's the thing. Yeah, you can't see that well, right? You can just kind of roughly see
You
a tree
the
stump.
outline.
Yeah. But I do know this. Since this, NASA, well, I guess not since, it's probably been going on for a while, but NASA is developing a simulant to try to replicate Mars soil to better understand, how it can be used and what it was used for, and if we need to migrate there, you know what I mean? All kinds of stuff like that. So NASA's looking into big things like that.
Oh, NASA's feeling really good about it because they got the funding, they have the money, and they're going full speed to. You've seen how much work they've been doing.
Right.
So this is just another step. Joe, I just want to thank everybody that's been listening so far.
Right.
You know what? We're gonna go into the junk file, and we're not happy about the junk file this week.
No, we're pissed.
We're pissed the hell off. I'm mad. Joe, are you mad?
I'm pretty mad because it's.
You sound mad. You sound
I
not
like
too
jeans.
happy.
I like jeans.
I don't like this junk file this week.
Ugh.
This podcast, right now.
You have to say it. I'm not saying this one. You're saying
Nordstrom $425 jeans with real mud on them in their store.
Now, I don't think maybe the listeners they don't really understand what you mean by that.
Should I repeat that,
Preston
Joe?
means,
Should I run that back one more time?
Run it back, and then I'll just explain
the damn Nordstrom $425 jeans with real mud on them.
They're selling these jeans.
The Nordstrom. They're in the Nordstrom store. No, Joe, what's going on?
There's mud on these jeans already. There's dirt on these jeans already. I'm going into the store. They're expecting me to be clean. No shirts, no socks, no service.
No service.
Right?
Get out, Mr. Joe Perry.
Let me go ahead and buy one of your dirtiest pair of jeans, miss.
No, I'm going to throw this boomerang at you from the home department back here.
Oh, you guys got True Religions? Yeah, you got the muddy versions?
Yeah, we do. I'll step over here.
Yeah, is that soccer field mud or is that like Sunday church mud?
I'll show you where we make it. Just step in the bathroom.
Oh, that's all bad.
That's all bad. Joe, I just want to say I'm pissed off at this junk file. I'm ready to flip it over the damn table. I'm so mad.
Ugh.
Get it away from me. Do we got to talk about the junk file anymore right now? Can we get away from the junk file?
I'm just looking at them online. I want to throw my phone.
I'm getting really mad about the junk file.
If anybody knows someone who purchased these $425, give that person a shakedown. You have my permission to give them a shakedown.
I think you need to give them a pair of jeans.
No, they can afford it if they're paying $420. I'll buy some jeans from Goodwill, slap them up in the mud by the school, and sell them to you if you really want jeans for $500, $450, big guy.
If you want to get them in there, look, this is what I'll do for you.
I'll take care of you.
Run up in the Salvation Army, and I'll say, you know what, I need some jeans for my friend, and I'll run them back to you. And you know what they're gonna have in them? They're gonna have the rips in them. They're gonna have the rips in them. And they're not even gonna have. Nope, they're not even gonna have the mud on them. No, they're gonna have the rips. You'll be rocking the rip ass jeans wherever you go. People are like, what? They came like that.
Oh man, you know what? It wouldn't be a bad idea to stand out front of the stores that sell these, Preston, and just buy crappy Levi's from Goodwill or whatever, and dirty them up or whatever, and they'd be like, yeah, they would eat them up.
Yeah, $425. Run it. Joe, the hidden gem of the week.
Yeah.
The hidden gem of the week. This is important. But Joe, I'd like to give the listener something. We're cooling down now. The junk file's over. The show's winding down.
Right.
I'm gonna give our listeners something for listening. I feel like it's right.
Mm-hmm.
3 of the benefits from drinking beer.
Okay, so there's benefits from me having a cold beer? Besides me having a cold beer, there's other benefits to that?
Well, exactly how I interpret it, and this is me how I interpret it, you have to have an ice cold beer. So,
Yes.
yeah, if you don't have an ice cold beer, I really don't know what to tell you. But look, 3 of the benefits. 1, more protein than wine.
Really?
Yes. Protein is essential for us. We all need it to survive. And beer's rich with it. Number 2, beer contains polyurethane, which is an antioxidant that contains cancer-fighting properties, anti-inflammation properties. No more bloating for you, okay? You can drink all the milk you want. You can eat all the cereal, okay? You just drink a beer after you eat that bowl of cereal. You following me?
Yeah, I already do that.
No, this is making me want a beer. This is making me want a beer right now. Now, promoting heart health and counter heart disease.
Okay, let me hold on. Let me 1 second here. Does it specify a type of beer? Does it have to be like a craft beer, a malt beer? What does it have to be? Something?
No.
Or
it's just you're talking beer, simply beer.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
All right. High concentration of calcium, silica, and phosphate. Here's the big one, Joe. That this is why I waited till the end to tell you this one. Out of all the 10 I've seen, maybe more, 25, 30, whatever the benefits they list, these were 3 that were important. Beer alongside bananas are the richest source of silica. Very good for you.
What does silica do?
Now, it just really, it's like an energy.
Okay.
Better metabolism.
Well, I want some silica.
There's 3 of the benefits.
That's good. That was all good.
I think the listeners will appreciate that. They listen for a long time, and they're rocking with us every Tuesday and Friday.
Yep.
Joe, the hidden gem of the week. Me and you both can agree on this.
Yeah,
There's
we
no
love this
debate
one.
needed for the hidden gem, folks. Let's have some fun. Woo!
Woohoo! Hell yeah.
Let's go. The hidden gem. Hot Shots Golf.
Hot Shots Golf. Man, I love these games. All the way back to the PlayStation 1. Hot Shots Golf.
These games, if you don't have a copy, okay, ask Joe to get you a copy.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you right now that you need to play this game.
You really do.
This game is hot off the press. It is B8. It is awesome. You need to play it because it's like golfing, but better.
You know, this game is fun for like if a bunch of your buddies are having, and you just had a bowl of cereal and a beer, and you have a bunch of your buddies over. You play some Hot Shot Golf. That is such a competitive, fun game to like. Oh man, even if you don't care for the sport of golf.
Well, you know,
it's fun.
I always look at it like this. Even if you do like golf, or maybe you don't.
Yeah.
You can get a big old ham sandwich, sit down and play that Hot Shots Golf, get a Coke.
You end up playing, yeah.
You can get some pink lemonade. Do what you do. Yep. That Hot Shots Golf is a hidden gem. Now, me and you both know it came out for how many systems?
Well, PlayStation 1, PS2, PS3, PSP, PS Vita, and I think they're working on a PS4. I'm not sure.
Hidden gem of the week, folks. Hot Shots Golf.
Hot Shots Golf.
Folks, we'd like to get a final thought of the week. Yeah.
I don't know why it's funny, but that's the time it is.
Yes. We're here. We made it through the end of this show, folks.
I know what you're thinking. How did I listen to this entire podcast? I planned on listening 5 minutes of it, and I got this far.
Yes.
We thank you. If you've made it this far, subscribe to the channel because we're uploading like constantly. We're uploading crazy. And we're really trying to push our website. We've been pushing our Facebook for a while, but we want to start pushing our website because that's where a lot of things that aren't going on the Facebook and the YouTube are going on.
Yes. Send us a design. If you want it on a shirt, we'll make it for you. We're making t-shirts right now.
Yeah.
Also, I will say that check out riverstmarketing.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/riverstreetmarketing. Thanks for being here till the end. We appreciate it. We're here Tuesdays and Fridays. We'll try to have a video on the channel every day. And other than that, Joe, is there anything you want to add? I have a video coming out tomorrow, and stay on the lookout. My book is almost done. My ebook is almost done.
That's it from me, Preston. Thanks for having me on the show. We love everybody. Thanks for supporting us. That's it. Have a good night. Thanks for spending this time with us.